Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it's Friday, so that means it is time for Fridays with Fred. Yeah! So, what is Fridays with Fred? I bought this book. It's Knitting the Neighborhood, the official knitting patterns of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I want to make everything in this book. Mr. Rogers is kind of, it's a comfort thing from childhood. It's nostalgia. I love it. But I don't really care what order I make the stuff in. I'm just going to make it all. It's going to be created. So you're joining me on this journey and you're helping direct me on the journey. So we're on our third project. What's happening is I nominate some projects, you guys vote, and then whatever gets the most votes is the next thing I make. We started with the Beginnings cardigan, which I made for my husband Brian, and he loves it. He wears it all the time. He wears it to work all the time. He gets tons of compliments at work. One person came up to him and was like, "Oh, that's an awesome sweater. Where did you get it?" He's like, my wife made it for me. He was like, "Oh my God, no way. She should make and sell it." And then somebody else came up and she's like, "No, she can't sell that. Do you know how much that would cost if she sold that?" So I was very appreciative to learn that there are people at Brian's work who understand the value and work that goes into handmade items. That made me quite happy. But yeah, I guess the people are coveting it, and I don't think I want to go into the business of making those sweaters. That took me a long time. But it's nice to know it's appreciated. And then the second project we made was the Daniel striped tiger puppet. Yay! It's so cute. I'm so excited. It was my very first puppet. I've never made a puppet before. I mean, other than like the, lunch sack puppets with paper and things. And now we're on our third project. We picked the Colorful Curtains scarf. It is patterned by Coffee Facet. And here it is on the lovely model. And this is slow going for me. I've had some issues with it. Last week I didn't work on it at all. I was not feeling the best, and this project hurt my brain. So I couldn't do it last week. I did work on it this week, but I only did about 5 rows, and that's okay. I did some work on it. There is progress, and look at how pretty that is. So the pattern is, there's 4 rows of these triangles, and then you just repeat it 12 times. So once I get done with these 4 chunks, I think it'll actually be a little smoother sailing, because I won't have to keep referring back to the chart to try to figure out what color comes next, because I can just refer back to my own work and be like, okay, this is what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. And, once it gets into that more repetitive routine and everything's set, I think we'll do a little better. The scarf is really, it's a fun, interesting make. It's kind of a mix between intarsia and stranded. So the the triangles, the squares, all have kind of a base color and then a contrast color. The base color you carry through the entire work. Each contrast color is a separate bobbin, except the yarns are so short that I'm not actually bobbining them up, because yeah, I didn't want the added weight of the actual bobbins on the project. But yeah, like I said, it's going to take as long as it takes, and I can't push myself much harder because I don't want to. I mean, yeah, could I force myself? Probably, but it's not going to make me happy, and I am a firm believer that all of this crafting, all of it it's for fun, it's for enjoyment, and if you're not enjoying it, move on to something else. We have limited time here, and let's do what makes us happy. The scarf is making me happy. It's just slower going than I am kind of used to, and I'm gonna just accept it and go with it as I can. So I did have an idea, but I don't think I want to do it. So my thought was, because this particular project seems to be giving me a little problem, Do I shelve it and move on to something else and come back to it when I'm feeling better or not? But that puts me deeper into Whip Island. I've been talking about Whip Island. I'm trying to get off of Whip Island this year. And I just don't want to add another UFO to Whip Island. So no, I think I'm going to keep pushing forward. We can always reevaluate in the future if for some reason we have to change gears. That's fine. I mean, everything is fluid. Like I said, I am really loving this. I think it's going to turn out beautiful. I think it's going to be worth the work that goes into it. And that's really, I think, the ultimate, I was going to say ultimate goal, but is that the right word? Yeah, we'll say goal. I mean, like Crystal at Bag O' Day always says, yarn is worth what you'll pay for it. The projects are worth the work you put into it, you know, and if you have to balance that. Is it work you're willing to put into it? And for this one, I think it's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. And I'm willing to do the work. Just going to be slow going. And as I said, I hope it picks back up and I can do more. I can't see why it wouldn't. But you never know. Right? You never know. Okay, I am going to stop blabbering and go ahead and let you go. I kind of want to set goals, but then I kind of don't. But I will say my goal for this next week, next Friday, I'd like to have this section done. Ideally, I'd like to have the first 4 rows done, so this half section and then another section. But like I said, I'm not going to push myself and force it to happen. It'll happen if it happens. Okay, I think a little lady needs me. I'll see you guys later. Bye!